Hello everybody! I'd like to show you how you should cut and sew slanting stripes. Here we go! If the green would be your material, as an example, lying in a right angle to you, you have to cut those really diagonal. That means against the material the way it's been made. Because when you pull at the material the way it's been made, it's usually tight. You can't move it. A slanting stripe, when you cut it against the fabric as it's been made, you always have a certain elastic in it, which can be really good used for anything you have to finish some edges of. So, first of all, do your drawings really against the material. If you look at the material very closely, you can see here that this is in line with the way the fabric's been made. So, and that is really totally against it then. So that's the way you got to cut it. Most of the time when you cut these kind of stripes for finishing off some edges, you would cut them 3.5 to 4 centimeters wide, which is the usual. Now, how should you stitch those together? Well, first of all, when you look at them, you think, oh, that looks nice. I just put them together now and I sew them. Well, that looks very nice, is a good idea. But when you turn it over, and maybe that happened to you once before, you find out that you do not have one stripe, that you got a corner. And to be able to stitch this together correctly, you have to do a very good cut. In case if you haven't done this yet and you don't know how to cut these correctly, it's not good just to cut one by one. You have to fold them over each other. Let's say I'm just going to cut this one off. So you see this is not the same angle. I couldn't do this like that. So to cut the edges, take your 2 stripes, lie them over quite a bit, and now take your scissors and really cut them together in one go through. Now you have a perfect match to put those together. So we want to sew them now. That means this has to go the opposite, now on top of each other. Show it to you here better. When you do this the first time, or anybody who does it, you usually put edge on edge and you think you should stitch it together like that. Looks beautiful, looks correct, you should think, but it's not. Because if you now do your stitching and fold this over, then you see that you got a corner in here. That's why that's wrong. So take your top stripe, push it across until you see that you got a little corner here and a little corner here. That should be the width of 5 millimeters, because you would never do on putting these stripes together, you would never do a 1 centimeter seam here. It's always a 5 millimeter one. If you're buying a finished stripe like that and there is the eddings, you will always find that they're always sideways. So now we take this under our sewing machine, the 5 millimeter seam, and I will start sewing exactly in the corner there where these two meet. As I said, I do a 5 millimeter stitching and I have to end exactly in that corner. Now I can take this to my ironing board, iron it apart, and I turn it around, and you see, if you cut those, then you see it better. We cut these 2 little corners off which are standing over, and now you see that you got one line on every side to do whatever job you want to do with this. That's the way to do it correctly. Hope you have fun doing it. See you again. Bye.